Lila's eyes fluttered open, finding herself in an unfamiliar place. The sky was an eerie shade of crimson, casting an unsettling glow over a twisted forest. Tall, gnarled trees stretched out like skeletal fingers, their branches swaying in a wind that Lila couldn't feel. The ground beneath her bare feet was cold and damp, sending shivers up her spine. She walked cautiously, her small hands trembling as she brushed aside the dense fog. The air was thick and heavy, making each breath a struggle. In the distance, a faint, haunting melody played, drawing her deeper into the forest. With every step, the song grew louder, its eerie notes echoing in her ears. Suddenly, the trees began to close in around her, their branches reaching out like claws. She tried to turn back, but the path had vanished, swallowed by the fog. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped. The melody twisted into a sinister laughter, chilling her to the bone. Ahead, a dilapidated mansion emerged from the mist, its windows dark and foreboding. The front door creaked open on its own, inviting her inside. Lila hesitated but felt an invisible force pulling her forward. Inside, the air was colder, and the shadows seemed to move on their own. She could hear whispers, indistinct but menacing, filling her with dread. As she explored the mansion, the walls began to close in, and the whispers grew louder. She stumbled into a room with a large mirror. Her reflection stared back at her, but its eyes were hollow and lifeless. The mirror image began to move on its own, reaching out toward her. Lila screamed, trying to back away, but her feet felt glued to the floor. Just as the mirror image's hand was about to touch her, she jolted awake, heart pounding and sweat dripping down her face. She was back in her own room, the soft glow of her nightlight providing comfort. Taking deep breaths, she hugged her stuffed rabbit tightly, feeling the familiar warmth. The terror of the dream slowly faded, replaced by the calming realization that she was safe. Lila snuggled under her blanket, the horrors of the dream dissolving as she drifted back to sleep, this time to more peaceful dreams.